upside down.
Delicious break.
Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of Delicious FMCG and Retail News, the weekly news update of Consumer Goods Club, bringing you the latest FMCG and retail news from around the world in just 5 minutes. My name is Katrina Grimalt, and I will present you today's top stories. Last Sunday's 46th Super Bowl, which took place in Indianapolis, USA, broke some business records. Super Bowl watchers are expected to have spent around $11 billion to make the most out of this day. Almost 100 million people either hosted or attended a Super Bowl party. People spent heavily on beer, chips, new TV flat screens, fan apparel, decorations, and much more. And those sales figures aren't even including all the money spent by advertisers, an average of $3.5 million per 30 seconds of airtime. It obviously demonstrated an overall more positive consumer confidence level. It may be even the kick up to better days ahead for suppliers, retailers. Let's wait and see. Unilever's Axe created a pretty creative version of Noah's Ark to introduce its Axe 2012 edition. It's refreshing and different. Of course, knowing their innovative campaigns, you might not be surprised that Noah's passengers are not the ones you might expect in a more traditional and classic setting. Axe plays off the Mayan prediction that on December 21, 2012 will be the end of the world. We are curious to see how the sequel will look like, and will Noah be able to look in the best possible way after his very special passengers?
Delicious.
JCPenney's newly appointed CEO and formerly head of Apple's retail stores, Ron Johnson, is closely observed by many so-called industry experts. The 52-year-old, who also worked for 15 years at Target, tries nothing less than converting an old-fashioned retailer into a sexy and attractive one-stop shop. To achieve that, he's planning to borrow from his former employer Apple to bring coolness back to JCPenney. One of the biggest changes, besides a very comprehensive store remodeling plan, will be to abandon the company's heavy discounting policy. Instead, Penny will offer everyday pricing and much fewer sales. Another cornerstone of his strategy is to introduce new customer services, to create strong shopping experiences, and to separate the stores into smaller specialty units. Still, one key question remains. Are department stores as a whole still able to create a wow factor to lure consumers into those big temples?
Delicious.
Starbucks announced to set up a joint venture with India's leading industry group Tata to jointly develop the coffee market in the tea-drinking mega country. The move comes a year after Starbucks finalized a deal with Tata's Global Beverages division to buy coffee from Tata. Tata Starbucks aims to operate 50 shops by the end of this year in a country where a growing middle class is embracing more and more the Western-style cafe culture. Still, it will not be an easy task. There are already some strong competitors getting ready for the showdown. Example, local market leader Cafe Coffee Day, as well as other big players.
Delicious.
Matthew Yeomans published a very interesting article about how the smartest companies are using social media, not just to communicate with their sustainability stance, but also to involve the public in building a better world. Crowdsourcing, tapping the public for big innovative ideas like General Electric. Bold alliances, teaming with established NGOs, charities, and conservation watchdogs to support common goals and raise awareness like Levi's. Leveraging community, tasking your massive online following to build a better future through campaigns, contests like Pepsi Company. Platforms, not campaigns, building an ongoing social media sustainability communications vehicles like Danone. What do you think? Any other ideas or examples? This was the fourth episode of Delicious FMCG and Retail News by Consumer Goods Club. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll be able to find more information about us and Delicious on our website at www.consumergoodsclub.com. Looking forward to seeing you again next week on Tuesday for the next episode of Delicious.
Delicious. Delicious. Delicious Lake.